All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you guys all so very much. We are going to be doing a full moon reading, this full moon in Leo energy in this Aquarius season of 212 is the day today. Whenever you do get this, reflect on this time. The energy, does this always brings things to fruition, shedding light on some of the dark stuff. So I want to just say we are going to be shedding some light on some dark energy. Okay. Sometimes that's why they say ignorance is bliss. All right. How are your dreams, everyone? I've been having very vivid dreams this past few days. I do have some different dates, times, names, energies, very spotlighted. These can represent your name, middle names, and last names, city names, county names. Oh, wow. I was actually guided, so I'm bringing some light on some of the darkness that's in this world, okay? And there is, I don't know. We'll just see what the cards want to say here. Okay, I did see 1111. I'm actually shining light on some of the celebrity stuff in the world that we all see and know is, and some unjust stuff that gets, that's being revealed. Okay, worshiping false idols, not just false idols, but evil, okay? And Hollywood. Ironically, so I used to always bring up music and things like this, and I've been really trying to clear that out because I know some stuff with it, right? So I haven't, but it was brought to my attention regarding Red Hot Chili Peppers and Anthony Kiedis, who is a Scorpio. So a lot of scorpionic energy being spotlighted as well as being revealed. So those things that are done in the darkness. And the thing is that they're really, they do it right in front of everyone's face. Okay. As well as Joe Biden, also Scorpio. I have to double check. I don't remember his birthday. So he was on 119. So there is some Aquarius energy too. I did see 130. Christian Bale spotlighted as well. These two celebrity idols, false idols, and things that are done. We have things like P. Diddy and that type of stuff as well. And things with minors and children and drugs and alcohol and worshiping Satan. Yeah, okay. The Freemasons, if you're unaware of that, probably for the best. So just recently on 119, former President Joe Biden was formally, publicly, I don't know if it was accepted in or he's leveling up in the masonry, okay? A lot of illusion in this world, a lot of, I do believe that the sorcery is the AI. So people who choose to really mask themselves and use a lot of AI, I don't know. That's the same thing that the Freemasons do. They mask themselves in their good works. Okay, it's not so secret anymore. All the symbolism and everything like that. So then we have, for example, Anthony Kiedis did vocally praise Satan for his winning his awards and everything, and it's known that he's has some attractions to those younger. But also his father was part of that. And this all stems into Hollywood and Los Angeles, of course. Wow. So those two spotlighted, as well as Christian Bale also thanked Satan for his awards. So lovely. All right. This is some of the unjust stuff that we see. The weirdest thing, I had a very spotlight, like I had 3 different separate dreams. They were very vivid, and it was like I bounced to different things. Nothing was, I'm not going to share all of it. Like they were much clearer, actually. There wasn't so much confusion in them. But I did get some weird names and synchronicities, okay? So I'm going to share those, okay? Vicky, Miss Vicky. Yeah, Pisces energy, Virgo energy, a couple of Virgo energies, Aries energy, and Libra as well, really spotlighted. There is some Leo energy, and then that's Scorpionic, Aquarius. As far as the other signs, you know, a little Taurus energy. I'm trying to think what else before I begin into the messages. I'm going to unveil this star codes. I was getting a lot about also Diana, also understanding the Roman gods and goddesses and Apollo. Okay, Artemis. Merva. I almost said Maverna. Okay, Vern. I don't know. Vern is spotlighted. I don't know who that is. Rebecca and Becky. Okay. Alicia. Pam. Pamela. Lori. Hello, Lori. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Let me give some dates and times. As far as Virgo, I saw 826, 829, 902, 912, 921. Okay. 1111, of course, and 1101 for Scorpionic energy, 130. Let's see what else. Some Aries energy. I did see 8-5 and 8-2. So I wanted to bring up also the weird synchronicities. And as I'm doing this, it is for this energy of the full moon in Leo, okay, on 2/12. And so hopefully I'm gonna get this up quickly, but things are being revealed. I was really sensing that things are coming to a head because, you know, no, there's things that are different. Antoine, Anthony, Tony, Chad, Kevin. What else? Joe, yeah. In the February monthly message that I did for all of you guys, I did some true crime stuff. So we also had baby Evelyn, Megan, Saddell, Tennessee spotlighted with that. Washington spotlighted being a name, county, place. Okay. City, whatever state. Name, even. Spencer. Where else do I want to go? So and Jeremy, okay. I was really guided actually to see these things. Like, I don't like watching these things. Hunter was there too. Ethan. Madeline and Madison. Stephen. Brett. Brent. Colin. I'm getting George. Or Jorge. Keith. All right, so in your February monthlies, the true crime is really fascinating information, right? And we do see this, of course, in real time in this world, okay? And I think there's a lot of uproar, especially when we see the justice system is so slow at delivering justice. And and it really doesn't make sense how our computers and our internet and everything else can be quick and fast, but it can take 5 years for someone to finally even be brought to trial for things. It can take decades. So Anthony Kiedis spotlighted, right? And this is known, it's public. This is like a P. Diddy type thing. So there is a thing, as the devil card says, no deal with the devil ever goes unpunished. So time to pay the piper. For all of you who, I got a lot of scriptures. I was actually brought back in 2021, 2019 even. And there was a time when I cleared out a lot of stuff, a lot of this oracle stuff, a lot of this esoteric things, okay? And I really studied the Bible and in different interpretations of it, different translations of it, and I'm getting a lot of, of course, Psalms 23, okay? Proverbs spotlighted. I'm not going to give all the details, but also, what else? there's a scripture that says, I keep getting this other one of Isaiah saying, woe to those who call good evil and evil good. And woe means warning. There's also, what will you gain to gain the whole world but to lose your soul? 62. So the age of 62 is where he's at right now. It's really frustrating. A lot of dark shit in this world. The eye is not always... And what people don't understand, a lot of this, astrology, numerology, all these different things are actually interlinked sometimes with the Freemason teachings, sacred geometry. That's what they believe as well. But when you hit that level of 33-degree Mason, you find out that you're truly worshiping Satan. Now, there's something different between Luciferian and Satanism. I know this is some dark stuff, but they really want to shut out your light. And not all Christian denominations are light. There are a lot of hate. There are a lot of anger. There are a lot of sadness and depression as well. So, to gain the whole world, but to lose your soul. So those two people blatantly spoke those things out, Christian Bale and Anthony Kiedis. Okay. Yeah. Damn it was his last name, and damn it. Yeah, it'd be damn to hell. So truth is coming out. People are going to be, justice is coming to light. Chelsea Clinton and her $84 billion that and the Clinton Foundations. There's a fear of speaking out against it because they are toxic, spiritualist, dark magic. And so there is a spiritual attack that comes upon people. So I also pray for protection and guidance for all of you who tune in. The less you know, that's why ignorance is bliss. Okay. I don't know why, but I had to speak on this. Okay. Maybe a little Capricorn, Leo energy. I see 56 and 52 as well. So also maybe 5-2, 5-6 Taurus energy. Okay. Let's jump in. This first one, we're going to jump into the star codes. What's most important? Heather Rowan Robbins. Artwork by Lua de Souza. So I had the weirdest dream, and I am going to share just a tidbit of it, okay? This is interlinking with someone that I personally know, a neighbor, so maybe something like this. And they weren't in my dream, but I was like watching their house or taking care of their house or something. And then when I woke up, their name and birthday was spotlighted. And like I said, I was taken back to a bunch of scriptures, a bunch of studying of the Bible. I also saw my pastor's wife's name, a neighbor's name. Now there's no ill intent with these people. And I know that. Because the dream of it. So, but it was spotlighted. So, any of those dates and times could have reference. They can have birthdays, anniversaries, death days. All right. Let's see what's going on with Heather Rowan Robbins. Astro codes. I do have some intuitive Kev's tarot over here. I do have the Sacred Kingdom. I brought in moments of gratitude so we can raise through this, because gratitude is the attitude. So who are you thanking? So, thanking Jesus, God, your ancestors, your Holy Spirit. I also saw the scripture that spoke of that when you speak, you do not need to think of it. It will be the Holy Spirit speaking through you. That's what I saw. We're talking about resources. Second house, 40. Someone was 40. I did see 40. All right, I'm going to shuffle it. So this is that Taurus energy. This is what you value, how you make your money. I saw something about the archery. That brings in Artemis. All of these are also mythology of Greek gods and goddesses. Okay. Apollo, that's the sun. Taurus energy. Huh. So maybe there's focus more on finances, worldly affairs, resources. This is what you value, your morals. All right. I see a conjunction, an alliance. So working with others, 51, 5-1 Tauruses. And even overcoming opposition and confrontation, 53, 5-3. Okay, 35. Cancer sign. The fourth house, our nurturing, our mothering energy, compassion. Wherever fourth house stands in your, this is the healing energy, the feminine, right? The crab. So those weren't spotlighted, but maybe they're tuning in, or you are as well, okay? This is going to be a collective message for all signs. So only take what might resonate for you. This is the full moon energy in Leo. I was saying Leo is about self and pride, healthy pride. But I also get pride come before the falleth, and humility before honor. So pride come before the falleth. But healthy ego is important, or else we feel like nothing. We feel insignificant. So, Leo energy is fun, childlike, joyful, sunshine. So, especially if any of you are Leos, you know, wherever Leo falls in your chart. And me in particular, my Mars is in Leo, in my 11th house. So, Mars represents our war energy too. Warrior, anger, our creativeness, our passion. So I'm going to try and stay real calm, real calm. All right. Thank you all so very much. And let's jump into the cards. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit, holy angels, ancestors. What's most important for those who are tuning in? Let's take these. Pisces. Hello, the Pisces energy. So we're shifting into Pisces energy soon. You can have this in your chart. Well, of course, we all do. Whereas Pisces is an ending, a completion, our dreams, our hidden self undoing. So something very sensitive, a descendant. Oh, so some of your Virgo risings. 11th house, community, spotlighted, and solar flares being activated. This could actually create tension and war. The solar flares. Someone is, I actually got off of social networking to really get clarity. I wasn't really listening to the music anymore either. I also see, so the 12th house being spotlighted, or the 12th, 1810. I did see my grandmother energy, 1925. Yeah. Wow. That's 100 years. She would be a 100. I see 100. She would be 100 years. So this is even partnership. It's in reverse, an invitation. Partnership even online, community. So for some of you, you could also be a Leo rising, of course. Now I'm going to read them in reversals too, even though I don't think they do have reversals. Let's start with that. Someone feels debilitated, discomfort. So the Pisces energy in a debilitating, someone could be ill, sick. I see 12-10. There's some Sagittarius. I see 3-7. I see 49 and 17. 12-17. I'm getting some Sagittarian energy with potentially a Pisces rising or Virgo rising. All right. I will read a bit out of the book. Let's take those 4 for now. And then I will get some. Okay. I saw there was quite a bit of Pisces actually, and Virgo as well. Like, as I said, Aries, Libra. Hello, Pisces. I'm getting Hannah. I'm Vicky. Valerie. Pamela. Christy. Or Kristen. Kirsten, maybe. Lori. Tina. Tiffany? Christina. I open it up to Aquarius energy, collaborating with others. So this is January 21st through February 20th is Aquarian energy, the water bearer. So, and Cancer is there as well. So I'm going to share what I see here. 3-8, someone could be 38 or 39. The 11th, 11-11, 11-11. Aquarius. So something online even, our social networking, our groups, our clubs, friendship, Saturn. All right, I'm going to share both of these as well as the Cancer sign. I also see some Taurus 424 and 425. 3-8 and 3-9. Pisces also saw 3-2 and 303. 220. Yeah, 220 was spotlighted too. Spencer. And January 21st. The symbol for Aquarius is not water, but the water bearer, the person fetching and carrying and pouring the water, who provides a great service to the community. Carrying and pouring the water, right? Aquarius is ruled by Saturn in traditional astrology and co-ruled by Uranus in modern astrology. It's connected to the ankles, which we use in turn to turn from one person to another in conversation. The sun shines through Aquarius in January 21st through the 20th. The action here is live by your philosophy. Aquarius is traditional ruler as Saturn. Saturn is giving us rules, regulation, guidance, right? Structure in chaos. I forgot Rusty and Dawn. Brian, Billy, William, Peyton, Tavin, Tyler, what else? Another T name. This one is different. Oh, there's Jake. Jacob. Jacob's ladder. All right. Live by your philosophy. Saturn. So to me, there's also Capricorn, right? Because Capricorn cusp energy even. Saturn asks us to know what society expects of us and to care about our reputation. This is about, so Aquarian energy is about the whole, right? So sun is in Aquarius, right? As I'm doing this, it is 212. And the opposite is the Leo energy. That's where the moon is. And that's why we're in a full moon energy. And so the opposites, one represents me, 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 me. One represents we. We, we, all the way home. All right? The whole of society, of the world, of the collective, even the dark ones. What's best for the highest good. When people are stuck in what's best for me, 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 that's ego. That's narcissism. That's selfishness. We all live and learn, though. All right. And society. What society expects of us. And to care about our reputation. Oh. However, Aquarius' co-ruler, Uranus, which is Uranus is expect the unexpected. Encourages us to free ourselves from tradition or others' opinions and be able to think outside the box. Yes, this can feel like a paradox, but if it offers a healthy tension to manifest the true you, know the pattern and riff on it with your own invention. To get to this free place, investigate your philosophy, which is your operating manual. to make sure it's alive and authentic. When you feel your worldview and your actions are integrated, it is easier to call in healthy collaborations. Cultivating allies, find others called by the same causes and work together. Weave people together to create community. This web will bring in new friendships, purpose, and connections, which may even lead to romantic sparks. Throughout the process, consciously maintain a balance between your own needs and those of the collective. The challenge: spiritual practice and personal philosophy can be used to bypass authentic emotions. So be honest with yourself and don't try and talk yourself into feeling that you think you should have, or onto a path that others find more socially acceptable. If your philosophy clashes with your honest feelings, then your philosophy needs to evolve. If your lifestyle is not in line with your philosophy, if you're not walking your walk and talking your talk and actually walking the walk. And many times people are just regurgitating what they've heard or what they're told to do and say instead of who they truly are. All right. There has to be a fine line about your action should not be harming others. It shouldn't be harming children, animals, other human beings. And we often see when others become very selfish, they don't care the harm they cause to others. The gift here is the authentic Aquarius gift encourages you to let go of previous constructs and listen to the source within. Honor the reality that you are a unique individual, but you also have a responsibility to contribute to the health of your community. Pisces is next, and let's begin there. 40. Yeah, I saw 40. The page number's 40. I'll see a lot. There is quite a bit of Sagittarian energy. And with a Pisces rising potentially, or vice versa. 12-14, 12-10. 4, 9, 10, 12, 13, 12, 13, 12, 17. And 40 and 41. The symbol for Pisces is two fish, usually swimming in opposite directions. Pisces rules the feet and resonates with wetlands, streams, and ponds, ruled by expansive Jupiter in traditional astrology and by intuitive Neptune in modern astrology. Mutable water signs, Pisces calls us to sense our dreams and intuitive perceptions for the trickles and streams of understanding. The sun shines in the Pisces February 220 to March 20. So whenever you're getting this, when I get closer to that Pisces energy, that's when I will be also unveiling what's new for March's monthlies, starting with Pisces. So any of you Pisces sun signs in specific, your solar return, birthday messages, you will be the first zodiac sign. So look forward to that. I have some really fun things in store. And I'm excited to share that. All the way to 320. The action: Pisces asks us to swim in the ambient pool of our emotion and be moved to compassionate action. With Pisces, think of a vast watery landscape with streams meandering over fields through ponds and swamps, where the different elements and diverse species flow together in one subtle, boundaryless, and fertile landscape. Appreciate all the diverse voices in this situation and take them in as tributaries to your own river. This complex ecology has so much more to say and is so much more robust than any simple monoculture. The situation you are facing is also subtle and complex, but that is its strength. This movement calls for finer perceptions, a more sensitive microphone. Be as aware of others people's feelings as you are of your own, but know those feelings are whose and whose. It's very interesting. I want to share because I did a bunch of the the pick a fortune cookie messages and pick a gross item. And through that, a lot of Capricorn was coming forth for me. And I share this, my grandfather energy. And now I have, so masculine in that sense. And it doesn't matter the gender of it, but for me personally. And so the Emperor energy. And now I'm getting Empress energy with this Pisces, the matriarch, the grandmother, great grandmother. Piscean energy. That's so weird. I was definitely getting quite a bit of Pisces. Being sensitive and understanding of others. Also about the dreams. It's really interesting. All right. The twins even. Okay. The moment calls for a finer perception, a more sensitive. Okay, there we go. Be as aware of other people's feelings as you are of your own. But know whose feelings are whose, right? Because this mutable energy can be very, very sensitive, and even taking on other people's energy and not even realizing other people's beliefs, even other people's feelings, other people's hurts and pains, physical ailments even. So being completely mindful and aware. So much about the dreamy stuff. It's been very vivid. And I don't always have vivid dreams. I'm just saying, like, learn to honor a twin perception that we are both individual cells within our own work to do, and that our cells are embedded into the body of creation, even the body of Christ. We all have our own spiritual gifts and our own missions as well. That's the understanding. Healthy boundaries help us do our individual work. Spiritual practice can help us shift our perception from the cell mind to our role in the body of the one, the body of Christ. Challenges. Pisces permeability can leave you lost in a swamp, amorphous, wondering whether your sadness is your own or if it has been sponged up from your surroundings. Empathize with others, but don't try to carry everyone else's pain for them and double the burden. The gift here is to tune into a healthy ecosystem with Pisces sensitive perception. We are all cells in the body of the one. Healthy individuals contribute to the health of the whole. 41. There's also Aries energy, which is a cusp energy. Let's go to the descendant. I mean, I have Cancer sign there too. So someone could have this sign in their chart or be dealing with. But this pulls in also Taurus Cancer, which is really interesting. This is the healer. This is so a lot of water energy, a lot of feminine regardless of gender. Cancer is symbolized by a crab so we think of that. The crab has this hard outer shell, the echo shell, but inside is gooey and soft, right? Alvin says this, yeah. Who asks us to dive deep into the sea of emotion and come back home again. The crab always carries its protective shell. However, this moon-ruled cardinal water sign signifies nutrition in and out of the body and is connected to the breasts and the stomach. The sun shines here from June 21st to July 22nd. I did see a bit of Cancer sign energy, like 627, 628. Mainly, I didn't really see any, okay, the 12th. Action here is be the emotional leader and connect with the parent archetype. This would be the mothering energy. If you're in need of parenting yourself, reach out to the divine mother and father on the earth, beneath the sky, above, and feel held. Once you feel fed by Spirit, Holy Spirit, It becomes easier to accept the ordinary human limitations of the people around you. If you're called to parent others in this situation, whether in love or work, do so with a balanced approach of honest feedback and support and self-care. Nurture without enabling. Model what you want others to do. Nourish the connections with your chosen family and tribe. Nourish bodies, gardens, communities, and your temple's hearth. Your body is your temple. The hearth is your fire, your home, your kitchen. Cancer calls us to deepen our relationship to home, but not to get stuck in this protective shell. If you need more out of life, you'll have to leave this safety to find what you need. Find a home base or a safe place within your soul, and from that safety, be ready to brave exploration and risk carrying with all your heart. The challenge here: crabs are hard on the outside, but soft and squishy on the inside. Yeah, that's what I just say. It's fairly known. Remember that the very defenses you think will keep you safe may actually keep important people out. Soften your shell. You have a backbone and are not protected solely by an exoskeleton. The gift here is be aware of the psychic pool in which you float. If you feel tossed by the waves or battered by anxiety of those around you, dive down deeper and find the calm below. Float in the ocean of collective consciousness and feel cradled, nurtured by the Divine Mother, fed and cuddled. Interesting enough that there seems to be Taurus and Cancer sign interlinking as I shared that, because we also saw that the 40, even someone being 40, and that year, and if you're not 40, then think forward to when you will be that age, or maybe someone's 37 or 49, so even think back to where you were in that stage of life. All right, let's see. So the Descendant represents how we open up for others, even online. So some of you definitely could also have a Leo rising sign, or also a Virgo rising. And that's where I'm getting, and if that's not yours, you can still, where is your Descendant sign lie? I like to share mine, as I think when we listen to other readers, it's valuable because we can receive different messages based on their astrology. I am not in fear that someone knowing my astrology, they're going to be able to do some black magic or swap destiny. I need to bring in some of my work from college about sociology and people and people, if you believe it and you give it power. Yeah. So what are you giving your strength and power to? All right. Let's see. Let's go to the Descendant 37. I'm going to share what that says in the book. I think it's a beautiful message. This is your invitation. So now, because I'm thinking of this, in my dream personally, I was definitely at a party. And one of them, it was like I leapfrogged dreams. I had 3 separate different dreams in one night. It feels like it was like a Halloween party. I didn't recognize a lot of the people. I know that I did have family members there, but I was disconnected from them. I wasn't at the table with them, there was more, and it felt like it was a Halloween party because of the candy, because of the type of, and it doesn't have to be, it was a celebration, a get together. I didn't feel any animosity. I didn't feel, anything like that. Now, the middle dream is more foggy. I don't remember and recall that as much as the first and the third dream. So 91 and 90, 37, 10-9. Well, the Ascendant describes how you enter the world and how you're seen when you enter a room. The descendant is the place where you invite equal others to come into your world. It describes how you see these peers that you project upon them, what you project upon them, and what you were trained to respect in them. The descendant is where the sun would be at sunset. Beautiful. I was actually looking at a lot of sunset pictures, as well as pictures of the sun and the clouds and the iridescent around it. And that's what actually, it was the sun. I had taken a picture. And I just kind of scrolled through some of my past photos. So this is how you invite people. And I think it's wonderful that we also have the 11th house in community here. Even though these both feel upside down. So there could be some detachment to this. Yeah. Blockage. And I'm a rising sign. I'm a rising sign Libra. So my descendant is in Aries. And actually, I thought it was amazing because there is quite a few Aries that were also spotlighted. And this is also your 7th house energy, which is also the Libra energy and the partnership and working with others. Okay, this is also an area where you can find the known enemies, not your hidden enemies, but the known ones that you know you just don't click, that you just don't vibe. But then others that are good, help balance out, and you can work well with them. You can find contracts here, not just like marriage as well, but business partnership. So even working online or something, because 11th house community, maybe it needs to be more face-to-face working. So yeah, look at how you invite others to dance with you, to relate, be welcoming while also keeping up healthy boundaries in place. Once you feel comfortable about your ground rules for the people you bring into your life, it's easier to open your heart. If you notice that you keep people at a distance or avoid meeting new people, investigate this habit. Though it might have been important to protect you at one time in your life, consider how it is working for you now and what would help you feel safe enough to open the door. Okay, so I'm getting that with this, it is that there's been a sense of some of these people would probably criticize, or you have different belief systems, or you've been betrayed, backstabbed. And so this closes off. Or sometimes it's just that people move away. And sometimes it's just that maybe you changed. Or they changed. And you go in different directions. You weren't feeling heard. I've had some friendships that they were just so arrogant. Like I was invisible while I was next to them. I was other Libras. I personally have more issues with Libras now. And if any Libras listening, it's not you. Maybe you feel the same way. Maybe you felt that. Because at first there was a sense of vibing and be like, oh, but then you see even though you have the same zodiac sign, you're very, very different creatures, very different individuals. And like, and I don't know their full birth charts or anything like that, but that's, I think, why we dive into these things, to try and find some understanding regarding that relationship. I mean, I had one friend who would be like, let's go walk and let's go do these things. And I would be like, okay. And we'd go take our kids in a stroller or go somewhere. She would immediately get on the phone and sit and talk to someone else the entire time. How disrespectful. And she tried to cause drama all the time. She was very two-faced, and she was about 10 years older than me, so it was like high school never ends. And you learn lessons along your journey. And that's what I realized with my own personal dreams. It was kind of reflecting on how far I've come, where I am at this stage in life, and why I am like, I kind of had no desire to open up or meet new people. I've had enough of people's mindless bullshit until they're ready to have some fucking awakening. Excuse my language, but yeah, no. And some people are so programmed into their one belief system in their life, and this is what they've been raised and brought up to believe and think. And they've made their whole career and their whole lifestyle around something. And they don't change. And that's fine. That's their life. But people evolve and grow away from each other. But I also, what I was recognizing is that there's a separation, but there was no hard feelings. So sometimes it's best to let it go and know that some relationships come in and then they move forward. And then sometimes, and ironically, usually the people who try and come back around are ones who did you dirty. And did you learn the lesson? Or are you having lonely heart syndrome? Because every time I have allowed someone come back in that I know has already done some dirty deeds, whether it was stealing, lying, slandering, whatever, in the end, it's worse. What they do the second round or the third round, it's even more, it's like, it's more of being angry at yourself because you knew better. There's a sense of, well, I know this devil versus I don't know this other devil. And literally, whether they recognize it or not, they are what's the word? They're probably someone who was sent in because they're not consciously aware and thinking. And underneath it, they're seeing something they can gain, whether it's they want to gain your forgiveness or they want to gain some clout off of you or some finances, some money, whatever. And not all are like that, but that's when you learn. And that's where healthy boundaries. And this is about growth. All right? If they disempower you. And I see debilitated and discomfort there. Oh, yeah. And dignified and strength in reverse. So someone is putting someone else down to raise themselves up. Look how weird that throne. Those two. We have 14 and 13. Dignified in reverse. The 10th house regarding career. This is someone thinking because of their wealth or their status in the world, they're a better human being. This authority figure. Now, this is the Capricorn energy, but not necessarily. This is authority figure, career. I see this as someone falling from grace, being debilitated. You look at the people and we look at them and they're like, oh, they have so much money. There's no communication, block communication, reverse communication. 48. What's under here? Chiron, healing, and Mercury. So some of you could have a conjunction with Chiron and Mercury, which is wounded healer regarding your thoughts and your communication. I feel like somebody wants to stop someone from speaking their true authentic self and put someone down and criticize. Ooh, Scorpio in reverse. Yeah. Huh. or this is a Scorpio that's being debilitated regarding their career. It's interesting. Mars and Neptune, 522, Gemini, midheaven, Jupiter, wisdom, abundance. Okay. I was just taking a peek, a little gander under there. Little gander. Okay, let's see. As it says, be welcoming while also keeping up healthy boundaries, okay? 37 or 37, 10, 9, and 9, 1, 90 or 91. Once you feel comfortable about your ground rules for the people you bring into your life, it's easier to open your heart. If you notice that you keep people at a distance or avoid meeting new people, investigate why. Though it may have been important to protect you at one time in life, consider how it's working for you now and what would help you feel safe enough to open the door. Also, notice in what areas of your life you ask other people to do your work for you. The descendant can point to what you might try to import from other people. While this practice can refer to as an important skill in a work situation, it has its dangers in a personal relationship. If you feel disempowered, you might be drawn to powerful people. If you're an extrovert who inwardly craves emotional and spiritual intimacy, you might draw in someone who helps you cozy up at home. Right? So when you feel disempowered and you feel debilitated, you feel like you need someone else to take the lead, take the reins, do it for you. And in the other sense, when it works both ways, where someone who says, instead of letting someone do what they need to do and teaching and showing and guiding, someone being like, oh, well, then I'll do it. This isn't allowing for a person to grow and learn. If you happen to be an extrovert who, this is even about wanting someone where you can feel at home and comfort up and cozy. Okay, it's wonderful when others can help you develop latent characteristics within yourself. But if you ask them to do this work for you and then leave, there goes your resource. If you see them as only an extension of yourself and can't really see them, when you develop your own resources, you can see these others as whole beings with their own needs and gifts. The challenge here is you give your power away when, instead of working together, you ask others to be what is missing in yourself. The gift here is tend the inlet to your heart, invite in relationships that are clear, healing, nurturing, self-responsible, and encouraging of mutual growth, evolution. All right. Now we have the 11th house. So this is always about friendships, groups, and community. That seems to be this is about relationship, right? Working with others, friendship, groups, community, partnership. Wow. It seems like it's in reverse for both, right? I see 64. 9, 10, 12, 13, 10, 13, 10, 17, 10, 14. Okay. 11th house and community. No way. 114 and 115. So some of you maybe have Capricorn in your 11th house. Doesn't have to be. I also see potentially even Aries, Cancer, Sagittarius, maybe Scorpio. Maybe even friends with this is really interesting for me. So I'm saying 11th house. There is a disruption with you and a grandfather, okay? Or a father figure. They don't like your friends, or they're not your friends, like, or they are part of your community. Yeah, you kind of have the same role, same skills, not necessarily skills, but same hobbies and interests. If your chart were a village map, the 11th house would be that community center with rooms for small meetings and great gatherings, also serving the town council or state senate. The 11th house is a place to meet old friends and make new ones, and a place to work as a team, share a song, and collaborate for the common good. It includes all our collective experiences, our meetings, our circles, our protest marches, our group meditations, sobriety meetings, social gatherings, and teamwork. The action here is look for the answer to your question among your social circles, your spiritual circles, and your work cohorts. The weirdest thing is we need to be careful about this because this is when the cults and the cliques, and it may have been, okay, I'm bringing up the masonry thing here because when you look at that, and they portray themselves as the do-gooders, da 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 da, and there's secret levels and clubs, and people go along with this until they get to a place and they realize what the ultimate goal is, the worshiping the Grand Master, and about really, it's not that's the facade, cute aprons and all their medals. There's a lot of stuff that you start seeing clearly about this world. Okay, military, the honor. So when I was looking up Minerva, understanding she is also a Roman goddess of wisdom, strategy, war, and she is depicted on a lot of the military honor rewards or their pins. You know what I mean? It's an upside down pentagram with her face on it. Imagine that, because you receive a Medal of Honor. Maybe that's because there was bloodshed by your own hand. Now, no offense to anybody that does that. I have respect. But and I understand there's a lot of brainwashing that goes into that. And then you look at our vets that come back from things like this and how messed up they are. The PTSD, the alcoholism, and I know they can get through that, but what they witness and what they do causes so much trauma. So I'm also seeing there's a sense of letting certain groups go because they don't vibe, because there was deception there. Maybe it wasn't for you, because it is a reverse. But find those ones, social gatherings and teamwork. Maybe it really depends on who you are. You're an individual person. There's got to be a healthy one, a healthy outlet. People that are totally into crystals and rocks, right? And some people that are totally into, I don't know, painting, scrapbooking. Some people that are very into sports. This I could see this as a sport team, a club like that. Or, whatever it might be. Loving plants, gardening, animals, crafting, crocheting, it has some creative outlet, but you also have the same cause, maybe. And so this is where we also get some revolutionary stuff and stuff like that. But some of them turn into toxic cults and clubs. And that's where I'm realizing. And I also see, the solar flare activates war energy and causes chaotic anger. We always talk, so full moon, people who will become completely unaware, when they're unaware, the full moon and the energy, a few days before, a few days after, will have an explosive fight, right? Argument with their person, their spouse, online. The solar flares also make the beautiful aurora borealis, but that's the energy they don't understand. Not just the moon. All right. The action is to look for the answer to your question among your social circles, right? Your spiritual circles and your work cohorts. Enjoy your posse. At work, think about how to put together a dream team with complementary skills and mutual respect for one another. Contemplate how to make meetings nimble and dynamic, exciting and efficient. Notice how you are affected by group mindset, the hive even, right? The psychic milieu you share with this circle. If you like what you become in their presence, engage. If you're feeling lonely, join a group with your shared interests and look around to see who's with you. So, and this expands and changes, the biggest thing is to find you, what you like, and then open up. So for me, and I share this because it gives examples for all of you tuning in, the art and the painting. And there's lots of people online that do that, right? And some of them, of course, they're going to be way better than me because they've been doing it for longer, whatever. But even the people who believe people, maybe you love swimming or archery, or anything like this, where you find your commonality with other people that have that. And what is the hardest is when somebody, it's not their thing, right? Like I have one person, and I also I love rollerblading. It's my thing. I hate riding bikes though. Okay, like I'm not a bike rider. I'm a rollerblade. Like I'm not, maybe it's snow skiing or something like that. Whatever, this group club. But and I would always just tell her, well, you need to find your thing. Like I'm not a big swimmer. I'm big into that, but you are, or vice versa. And so this is also not comparing your life with others either, and finding your true group. But sometimes you see clarity through it, and it's okay to try new things. And just because you're not a pro at it immediately doesn't mean that you should quit either. But if they're making you feel less than, or if you don't enjoy it, you don't want to go. Okay, like for me, I don't vibe with church people. I forced myself to go because I needed to learn. I felt guided to go. But I knew that this was not me, okay? It doesn't mean I don't appreciate and love the Holy Spirit, love Jesus and God. But they would turn, and see, that's the thing. Then they would turn and be like on someone and be, well, this is evil. You're doing evil, demonic work. And that's because they're programmed to say that, because there are things in the Bible that say that. So I know my heart. God knows my heart. And let only God judge. I'm fascinated with astrology. I think it's amazing. And that's why that was I studied that for quite a bit too. And then I was fascinated with understanding the crystals, even the esoteric messages of it, and the symbolism and all of that. But it's going to be demonized by some of these other people. Whereas they're hypocrites. They don't see that they're actually, and not all, for sure. Anyways, I don't know why I'm saying that, but some people need to know that. Okay. Also, if you're feeling lonely, join a group with shared interests and look around to see who's with you. If you're in spiritual pain, find a circle in which you can pray, explore rituals, or practice Reiki together. See, I'm not into Reiki either. I looked into it. I was like, I studied the symbols. What I saw was that you really have to be pure, already healed. And I see a lot of people that proclaim themselves as that, and they actually project dark energy. They're unhealed. I've had two different Reiki times where the first one was wonderful and pleasant. And the second one, I felt the envy and hatred because the woman was a single woman. And I actually felt sicker. So being sensitive, she was throwing her sick energy, and it was bad. So I still steer clear of that. And that's just my prerogative as well. And anyone who is into that, that's your thing. You can find a good practitioner or be a good practitioner um, for Reiki healing. And this was my first time was before I knew anything about it, and I didn't know much about the crystals or stones or anything like that. And I did feel the vibration through my body. But that second time around, and that's when I was like, nope. She still has darkness inside her. She's not healing. She's not helping with healing. And that's why I was also like, yeah, I'm not at that level to do that. And that's not my thing. And that's the whole thing of realizing and figuring out who you are and letting it go and not trying to force someone else to fit in your mold and be like you. And so this is why there's a lot of judgmental stuff with the Christianity and religion and da 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 da. It's like, instead of accepting that we're all unique individuals and we're supposed to be, I see the one when we talk about oneness, it doesn't mean we're all it's the same. I think I see like a clock, and I see like all the cogs movement, and so they all move and they're different things, and that helps it go. But if something gets in there and clogs it, it breaks it. You get so that's what I'm like, when somebody comes into the mix of teamwork and they're doing nothing but trying to stop the clock, if you know what I'm saying, from flowing, they're a weakest link. They're a thorn in the side. And whether they recognize it or not, they are a karmic toxic person in that environment, and they are not where, and it's most likely because they're somewhere they don't belong, because they're not on their true north, their true purpose. And gently let them go and guide. But some of them like, no, I'm gonna do this. This is what I well, then find a different group, because this one doesn't vibe. I don't know why I'm sharing that, but okay. Zen, weirdest thing, because Zen was kind of forth. My Palo Santo sticks, it says Zen, and I see Zen here. And if you're having trouble meditating, consider practicing a Zen center or with another group that allows you to tap into meditative collective mindset. Now, some can't sit still because, they also, maybe they need to have active meditation where they're walking around cleaning up and still clearing their head. They're still cleansing. But yeah, I mean, the singing bowls and, all of those type of things. But there has to be a duality with it, because you can't just sit, because you need to get active and moving. It's unhealthy. Your body needs movement and action to also burn through the energy. All right. And the word alchemy gets really twisted. And people think like, and maybe some use it for dark intentions. But I've seen a lot in the Christian world that this stuff does get twisted. I see alchemy as taking a negative energy and turning it into something beautiful, so that you're not sitting in hatred and bitterness. And we do that through art, creative stuff, poetry, expression. And that's what those people are lacking. That's what I see as alchemy, transformation, where others, and some are doing it for dark intentions, like the Freemasons, because it's about control and power. And using manifestation to, it's about power and not about transmutation of heavy, negative, dark energy. So intention. I also, what people don't understand, I mean, I feel like this is what is, who said this? Nietzsche? My grandpa used to say it too. The path to hell is paved with good intentions. And a lot of those people think, oh, they have good intentions. Well, a lot of these religious people believe they have good intentions, but they don't understand what they're being taught when the rituals and shit like that too. So, anyways, I don't know why I keep saying that. I think that's the whole thing. All right. To improve your love life, consider deepening your friendships first. Take the pressure off any romantic relationships and allow it to unfold organically by building a stable circle of friends who meet your needs. If you are honest about what you're looking for, your friends may be able to connect you with a possible partner. In an ongoing relationship, romance may be lovely, but for this question, you need to deepen the friendship between you and your partner and build trust through shared experiences. The challenge here with the group mindset is they can take you places you don't want to go or allow you to avoid the work of one-on-one intimacy and thinking for yourself. The gift is a healthy community and strong teams are made up of wonderful bouquet of unique individuals. I love that that interpretation. A beautiful boutique, okay, maybe boutique, but a bouquet of all these different beautiful flowers, floral arrangements, plants and stuff. And that's what individuals are. This one's tough for me, though. I'll be real. I may be expressing it here, and this is what the card's telling us to do. But I also see it being, it's like calling me out even, because I feel like I've closed off the invitation. Except for online here. I just feel like there's a lot of people that don't understand. And they're really stuck in worldly views and their own shit. And but then you do find, like, I had some weird examples, and that same person that I had a bit of a dream about, but I didn't see her in it. But there was one time when I was really tuning in with my crystals, I was actually getting a lot of the skull crystals. I know, oh my god, they're so scary. That is someone who is obsessed with death. And no, I was just like, it's beautiful. To each his own. And then later, lo and behold, to find out that same person was finding themselves drawn to that too, even though we were states apart, and so, and a decade apart in our age too. So, anyways, I don't know. Let's see what else we have. Let's finish this up with the solar flares, okay? We could take some moments of gratitude, and then I will jump into some tarot messages, all right, for guidance and clarification for those who are tuning in regarding relationships, where I see that's the same thing, putting up those boundaries as well, and not allowing in karmic toxic relationships. And we learn the lesson. But the other thing is seeing the solar flares and the aurora borealis and what they activate. It says activating. I don't know if we have any solar flares coming in. I see Sagittarius energy, expanding your wisdom, knowledge, higher education. Also a mutable sign, 11/22. Hello. And December 21st, 12/21. Two people I know. Birthdays. I also got 97, 98, or 9798. Hello. And being 34, 35. Also see potentially Pisces. Wow. Think big. Travel far. Mutable. Interesting. So a lot of mutable signs coming forward. So Pisces, Virgo, mutable signs. Sag and Gemini, mutable. That's interesting because it said there's a lot there. Okay. And the Cancer sign energy too. All right, let's go. I want to go to this solar flares and share this. Oh, I see debilitated. So I'm feeling debilitated and discomfort. 44 and 45. Because this is the 5 here. I want to share what that means before we get to, because it comes before the solar flares. So those could be ages. I'm seeing potentially even Capricorn, Cancer sign. Something feeling debilitated. Now, if you study astrology, different planets and different energies, one can be exalted and one can be debilitated, okay? If you put a well-organized city dweller deep in the wild woods, they'd be accidentally debilitated out of their element and pushed to live up to their potential. So that's what it's that's the thing. Someone put out of their element and they feel pushed down. Like, I love this understanding of it. Okay, pushed to live up to their potential. They may be uncomfortable, but the situation offers a chance to stretch further and develop their soul. The same goes for a planet in a sign or a placement that's awkward with its nature. For example, Mercury is the least mercurial when it's in Pisces, right? Because Pisces is like dreamy, and Pisces feels very, like a dream thing. Like, how do you put that into words? How do you describe it? So someone feels like they have a hard time expressing. All right, there could be some Aries energy, Capricorn. I get a lot of Cancer sign too. Maybe Taurus as well. 5-8, 5-9. Okay. Opposite the sign of Virgo, which is mercurial. So on the other hand, you see how those two signs help each other grow as well, because Virgo can become too over analytical, very in their thinking, and over analytical and not whimsical. They lose imagination. They lose. So that's why that duality helps a person be whole. And that's what we are attracted oftentimes to our opposite, because they have something and that we feel that we lack and we want to learn from, to be not that we want to be like them, but and it's a dual learning relationship, because Pisces can also teach the Virgos how to let go and dream and be creative and not have to be so in the lines and in the box and draw outside the lines. And this is why, like, with this art, it really is like letting it go. I pick the colors and I let it go, whereas someone else is like, I need to make it very straight lines, perfect. This is interesting because it's bringing both up both these signs, which seems spotlighted. Okay. All right. Here, Mercury can bestow a great mind, but in an intuitive, integrated, imaginative way, not a mind to escape in purely intellectual pursuits. The action here is this time you are the invaluable sidekick. This is not your game, but you have a lot to contribute nonetheless, and the long-term benefits will be worth your efforts. Learn and listen rather than assert yourself and your opinions. Use your strength and leadership skills to support and center another person or project. Wow. Pass the ball to someone who is in the position to run with it. Back up the leader. Do the work behind the scenes and bolster the team. If you're not ready to do this work, you can pass that ball and leave the field, but consider redefining your idea of success. Stay here and you can grow needed skills, expand your repertoire and your contacts, and build up trust among others who can help you in the future. Everything you learn, all the contacts you make, prepare you for when it is your turn. Wow, see, what a beautiful analogy, understanding that, when we think about sports and stuff, you have like the person who gives it, instead of needing to win and I need to be in the spotlight, they understand for the whole team it's best to hand it off to the person who, you know, can make it to the goal. Okay. This is also very it's so beautiful that this is the energy that's coming forth for the Leo full moon. That's most important. This is a sense of humbling yourself and actually supporting someone else or allowing someone else to lead. And also recognizing, that, you're not the best one for the call of the certain thing, I guess, you know what I mean? I like that. This is even humbling yourself. The sidekick. Not the sidekick, the sidekick. Back up the leader. The challenge here is whether you're an artist among the engineers or a linebacker among the ballerinas. You may struggle to apply your talents in this situation. In these moments, it's easy to slip into self-pity and self-doubt. The gift here is you are being challenged to grow in ways you can't predict. You are being asked to diversify, stretch, and strengthen your weak muscles. Only you can decide if it's time to take the challenge. But this experience also encourages you to love yourself in the quiet moments and to appreciate what you bring to the table, even when nobody else notices. So even though I started this video and I talked about some stuff that was spotlighted and, that is frustrating, I want to keep this on a lighter note as well. That's how we move through those things too. But we see clearly those things are not right. And maybe whoever's tuning in, you or them, right, knowing that, hey, that's not my fight, and there is someone else who is better attuned to take that on, just like me. Like, that's not my fight. But I am not gonna pretend it's not there. I'm not the, I'm aware. All right. Oh, and these solar flares. So we're going to go to solar flares, and then I'm going to tune into moments of gratitude, and we're going to get some tarot messages, finish this off. We're at 122. I better go quicker. Yeah. All right. The sun's surface is always a roiling flare. It can flash brightly on the surface or become a coronal mass ejection, many times the size of Earth, that shoots out charged particles. When these particles head towards Earth, not only are our electronics disrupted, but also our politics heat up as we question old systems and grow hungry for new answers. The volume turns up on all astrological activity. High peaks of solar activity were recorded around the French Revolution, the American Revolution, and during the mid-1960s, times when people fought against the status quo and sought revolutionary change. 50 and 51. 17. Action is, change is in the air. A flare of energy supports your work. The mood is restless, sparky, revolutionary, and curious. People are hungry for change. It's not the time to be quiet, but to be fast on your feet. Solar flares magnify the energy on any other card you pull. Ooh. And it's on this 11th house in community. What I see is also being that support system for someone who else is taking that lead and taking that stand against these things, these that are injustice in the world, right? Standing with them against this the change, revolutionary change. We're tired of these fake idols in our face, worshiping evil and doing evil things for money, for glory, for fame, and getting away with it. Yeah, that's how I feel. See, that's that activism. All right. Solar flares magnify, right? When the sun is storming, our social and political world activates. Revolutionary change manifests, and trees go faster. They grow faster in the forest. Aim carefully, because a solar flare brings momentum, not thoughtfulness. That you have to provide. And that's why we have this Pisces energy to help soften this. All right. Because this is for the good of all. A calm metaphysical perspective may not be easy, but you can bring that in to create balance and longevity. What you build during a solar flare may be hot and fervent, but not necessarily long-lived. To turn an idea or even a love affair into something permanent, like a business plan or a partnership, will take conscious effort. The challenge here is tempers flare along with the sun. You can scorch yourself with too much passionate action and not enough emotional sensitivity if you're not mindful. Oh, but look what we have here. We have sensitive Pisces to cool it off. This is about balancing, for sure, the energy of this time. Yeah, the gift here is the sun is sending extra voltage and inspiration your way. So use it wisely. Feel the heat in the situation, the passion in the people involved, then balance that fire by adding water's compassion, the thoughtfulness of air, the logistics of earth to turn that inspiration into reality. Wow. That's so, this is beautiful energy. And I hope that all of you who are tuning in do see this as very beautiful energy. I might make a second video where I pull the tarot, okay? I want to get some moments of gratitude because we're going to keep this in high vibes, okay? Okay. We got to keep the high vibes. Because if we get drained of the love energy, then we become dark and bitter and hatred, just like them. Okay. All right. Moments of gratitude, mindful reflections for happier days. Happy days. Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Who is this one by? New Jersey. Lumberton. Feeling grateful. Okay. Gratitude art. I like this. I want to share this. This is Think. Psych. Mindful reflection. Okay, the objective here is to go deeper, to practice gratitude daily, to promote happier moods and more awareness of what's really important in your life. Each day, make a ritual of intentional gratitude practices. Select a card and take a few moments to reflect on your prompt. Allow your thoughts to flow freely, right? Going deeper, you can get yourself a gratitude journal. Journaling these prompts, okay? Choose one. So maybe you might be interested in getting this deck. I don't know. I'm sure you can find it. You can find it on, it's called Moments of Gratitude. A gratitude jar. Draw a card and write a brief note. When I listen to the artists who do this pour paint stuff, that's how they also, that's the transmuting and being in love energy. And Pisces is the artist, okay? It just, wow. Use the prompt, gratitude art, a photo challenge even, gratitude jar. a letter of appreciation. Choose someone who you're grateful for and write them a letter expressing your appreciation. Mindful walk. Inspiration for practicing gratitude and shared gratitude. Invite a friend to participate in gratitude journey with you. So I am grateful for all of you who tune in. I'm grateful for all of the beautiful artists and authors who produce these things as well, and their creative outlets. I'm grateful for my animals, grateful for God, my angels, my ancestors, the crystals and rocks, my family. You know, there's so much. I'm grateful for the beautiful flowers, yummy food. You know, there's so much, but we get in such negativity, and I do as well. I am by no way, what is the word? Not without fault. I am by in no way not perfect in any means or better than others. There are some that are like, there's things that I feel like it's righteous or just, they anger and bitterness and things in the world and stuff like that. It's righteous anger, truly, because it's wrong. And we know it's wrong. And you can't just go, oh, well, you know, not my problem. La, 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 la. And that's what Pisces might want to do too. So we need to see balance and all of that too. Or, because my grandma, she used to kind of be like, sometimes she was definitely just in her own little bubble. And I was like, ignorance is bliss. But the frustrations and things we see going on in the world, and the darkness that is just right in our face, you know, and we should focus on what brings us happiness and joy, but at the same time we can't be passive aggressive in the sense that you know, especially if you feel called to speak out, because only you know what your mission is. I know mine. I speak out against a lot of things on the channel, on my channel, because sometimes people don't want to hear it anymore. They're like, oh, like, fine. So thank you all for allowing me to express, even when it's not so nice. Okay, let's get some moments of gratitude for those who are tuned in through this full moon. And some of you maybe have Pisces rising or Pisces moons, even because that's really spotlighted. I think this beautiful energy. I'm really grateful. I was thinking about all the different zodiac signs, and ironically, Sagittarius and Pisces are some of the ones that I me personally have had a lot of, and clearly I'm not no offense to any other signs, Aries and Capricorns and Tauruses and all that, but Aquarian, doesn't matter, but Virgos, I just don't have beef with them. You know what I mean? I can reflect on all different zodiac signs and my experiences, and I don't have as much beef. Beef is what for dinner. Okay, Pisces. All right. So for this sensitive energy, so all of us carry this in our chart. All right. Mine is my 6th house. All right. But my my past node is in there too. My south node. So okay. All right. Here we go. It can represent, you know, escapism too. So we have to be aware of that. Who made you smile or laugh today? Who made you smile or laugh today? What person? The Descendant here. Think about a family tradition you cherish. So a celebration, a party. I'm getting it. Something like that. A get together. A family tradition you cherish. Maybe it has to do with Valentine's Day. I don't know. Maybe it has to do with whatever. Um, the 11th house community. Name a work or a school achievement that you are proud of. All right, with these solar flares here, we have quite a few. What's an upcoming event or date that you're excited about? Maybe because I'm doing it right before Valentine's Day. I'll be honest, I don't really care. It's lost its oomph for me, but for other people, it is what it is. What's an upcoming event or date that you're excited about to activate this? Okay. What's something you once took for granted that you now value? I'm putting it by this being debilitated or feeling in discomfort. Being put in a place where you're not in your element. Think of someone who has had a positive impact on your life. Who made you laugh or smile today? And another, think of an important person in your life. Think about a family tradition you cherish. You know, and if some of you have some family stuff where there isn't, and that it's a lot, it feels real heavy and negative, then think about who you'd consider soul family, people you get together with. Maybe it's even animals, they're soul family too. Think of an important person in your life. What qualities do they have that you're grateful for? This is in your partnership zone. Let's get a couple more. I think this is great with 11th house and work or school achievement you're proud of. Your community. Maybe it's online schooling or something even. Art. Math. Chemistry. It could even be like, arts, like musical talents. I don't know. Archery. That's hard, dude. I did a little bit of archery, but man, it hurt. You got to be careful. Again, and it's a lot of upper body strength. I go back and try some of that again. All right. What else? Just a couple more. Okay, this is also about the Pisces energy. What's a simple pleasure you enjoyed today? My dogs make me smile and laugh a lot. Like, they're goofy. No, and not that my family doesn't either. We often butt heads sometimes, but what is unconditional love? If you can't love a person when they're having a bad day, you know? All right. Upcoming event or date that you're excited about. It's activating this energy of the solar flares. All right. Name a personal quality or trait that you're proud to have. And the final one is think about a recent time when you felt connected to something larger than yourself. Wow, now isn't that the truth here? Even where I put it by debilitated, right? What's something you once took for granted that now you value? Even being put in a discomfort, feeling like you're not in your element, but also knowing that you can hand the ball over to someone else that has that skill. Connected to something larger than yourself. Wow. That is what I have for you guys. I think I am going to leave it there. I look under the deck. The final one, recall a memorable journey or a trip that you've taken. And some dog hair there. Memorable journey or trip that you've taken. All right, I'm going to put those ones away, those moments of gratitude. And I am going to do a second video because this one getting long, where I will pull some tarot messages for those who need that guidance, okay? Thank you guys all so much. I hope that this is giving you uplifting messages through this energy of the full moon, all right? And even the stuff that we see, it definitely helped me for sure. And hopefully it helped you as well. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.